fucking hoes and popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star.
Welcome to the Baku City Circuit, where free practice for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix is about to get underway. This is a technical circuit which will nonetheless see some huge speeds with a near flat-out final sector that's twice the length of Shanghai's back straight. Let's see who can find the right balance in their setup today. Anthony Davidson is here as usual to help take us through the action. And I've seen some questions on social media and other places about this current crop of F1 cars and why they're so much faster now, despite being significantly heavier than the previous generations of machines. Take us through that one.
I'd be happy to, Crofty. And simply put, it's a matter of grip. Now, that comes from two sources. You have what we call mechanical grip, which comes from the surface of the tyre sticking to the road. And these tyres are significantly wider now when compared to previous years, so they have the potential for more mechanical grip. Then you have the downforce, of course, which pushes the car into the road as the air moves over it, thus generating grip. And these cars have about 20% more downforce, which is more than enough to overcome the added weight.
Alright, get ready to jump out if you get too hot in there. There's a problem with the cooling system, and it's going to take us a few minutes to correct it.
Hey guys, my name is Gaming and today I'm back with another video, and today I'm back with part 4 of Season 2 of my F1 2018 career mode here in Azerbaijan. And as you saw there, we had a couple of issues in the start of practice. This is us just doing practice programs. Yeah, hopefully this should be a good track for us. It's got a lot of straights. In real life, Force India got a 3rd place with Perez there, so it should be good for us. Hopefully, hopefully the real life efforts can go into this track. Perez is probably going to be our main rival in this race, so hopefully we can beat him. But that's all got to start in quali, as well. That is the quali program we just done, and we got first. So I mean, I know it's only practice, but that is good signs. But Hamilton's actually gone faster than us in practice, so yeah, that's a bit of a shock. And he was on slower tyres, so maybe the Mercedes might be in contention for a little win here, depending on their strategy and depending on if they have any engine problems or not. But Claire wants to interview us once again.
Were those faults a bad omen for qualifying and the race?
And she wants to know, were those faults a bad omen? Like you saw, it's just the durability needs to be upgraded. So yeah, she also knows we scraped the walls. That was only on the exits really, where I lost the back end, a tad on the curbs. But yeah, that's really it. But yeah, if you didn't watch the last video, hope you go. Well, you should go and watch that now. We had a very, very good race, best of the season, and I'm not going to say best of the whole series, because like last season we ended the season on 3 wins. Italy was fantastic. We had such good pace towards the end of the season. Well, Italy was actually our first win of the career mode, so yeah, that's pretty good. We're up into 1,000 points nearly for aerodynamics, for R&D, so we're close. After the race, we probably will be able to get one of those major upgrades slapped onto the car. Hopefully hopefully it doesn't fail, at least. Anyway, it's going to take at least about 2 or 3 weeks, I'm pretty sure. I think it's 2 weeks or 3, I don't have a clue. 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm looking at the brakes here. But yeah, there's not really much on the chassis side that I really need to upgrade. Apart from those brakes, they might help us a little bit. But as the car stands, I feel like the car is so dominant. We're slowly dropping down the performance and the engine upgrades. But anyway, it's time for the qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So I hope you guys do enjoy. And hopefully we can get pole. That would be very good.
Welcome to qualifying in the Republic of Azerbaijan. The teams are making their last-minute adjustments before the lights go green, and the fight for pole position can get underway. Now then, Anthony Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure It's more about how you approach the risk and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction. And over the course of a lap, it's easy to get that balance wrong. And that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now, and it never gets any easier.
So here we are in Q1, coming down the very long back straight, well, start-finish straight really, and we're going to set a 139 or 138, I'm pretty sure it says 138.9. It's quite blurry, I can't really see it. It's a 138.8 actually. I mean, it's 4 tenths off our teammate, but Lance Stroll, Sergei Sorokin, Pierre Gasly, Hartley and Van Dorn are all out of Q1, so yeah, the Williams, even though they got that Mercedes power unit, is not going to be, they're not the fastest team really. Which would be unfortunate. It's sad to see Williams all the way down there. And going off the Australian Grand Prix in real life in 2019, it looks like next year, well, 2019 is going to be basically the same for them. They're just having an abysmal time. They're not having a very good time whatsoever, and it's a bit of a shame. But Bottas is set the a purple tap time, but he actually got beat by Leclerc. We're coming up to the line, and we set a 138.2. I'm pretty sure it says, and that is us. Well, and Hamilton beats that, but Perez goes even faster. It was a 139.2 we set. But we're into Q3, and we're going to be starting on the super soft tyres, so we're going to have to do one stop. But Sainz, Grosjean, Hulkenberg, Alonso, and K-Mag, the P cars getting knocked out of that Grand Prix. So that's a bit unfortunate for them, but for us, it's not really that big of a deal. But we go fastest in our first flying lap. But we're going to have one more chance to set one more flying lap. We've got 10 seconds to cross the line. As we do, I think our 38.5 was our first lap time. We're already green in turn 1. We're going nearly, well, we're really wide in the exit of turn 1. Nearly hitting the barrier. Now we've got turn 2. The tricky first sector is the left-right, like 90 degrees. So it's a bit of a weird scenario here. But Perez is currently pole. We're coming up to the end of the first DRS point, going a little bit wide, clipping the barrier almost, using as much track as possible, getting off the really steep curbs because they're just gonna out rotate the car, but they're also gonna like slow us up because it's gonna let us get traction later, and yeah, it's gonna be a bit abysmal. But now coming up to the famous, well, I say famous, it's only been in F1 for 3 years, but coming up to the famous castle section, little dab on the brakes, flat out through the actual corner, little lift off through the right-hander, and a little lift off for the left-hander, getting a good exit. This is where we lose quite a lot of time if you have like really bad exit out of the castle section. But now this corner you want to brake while turning right a little bit close to the barrier, the Pirelli side, not touch the curb on mid apex because that's going to give us you a bad run down that little straight. But now we're purple through the final middle sector there, so hopefully we can gain time on Perez here. He probably had slipstream though. We're currently apparently fastest at the top, even though we haven't set lap time yet, but maybe the game knows something I don't. But we've got DRS now, shortest line, keeping to the left as it's straight line, up to the line when we go purple. But I think we're going to stay first. Yes, we do. We managed to get pole position for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
So qualifying is complete and we're all set for
I think that's a 138.0. I'm pretty sure that's what I set. Perez is second. Bottas was third. Lewis Hamilton was fourth. Sebastian Vettel was fifth. Ricardo sixth. Perez, Leclerc was seventh. K-Mag, was out. Kimi Räikkönen was eighth. Verstappen was ninth, and 10th was Marcus Ericsson, getting Leclerc and Ericsson having a very good quality for Sauber there. Not sure what's going on down there, but hey-ho, it works for them, so I'm fine with it. Their comeback is on for Sauber to be one of the greatest teams in the world, but that gave us nearly 150 points, so that might be enough for us to get an upgrade towards the aerodynamics. Force India now like us a lot more now. But yeah, we might be able to get an upgrade onto the major aerodynamics, so let's have a look here. We've got 13 out of the 25 upgrades already on the car. Will we go for an upgrade? We have enough? I can tell you that now. Are we going to go front downforce or rear downforce? We're going to go for the front downforce I think that's front wing cascades, I'm pretty sure. I'm not really sure, to be honest. We got poor morale with the durability for some reason, but yeah, the chassis is, even though it's the highest thing, it's still really poor compared to some teams. I mean, we are the fastest car, just faster than Red Bull on paper, but I think it's now time for the race for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We're starting on pole. Will we get a good start? That is what we need. But I'm going to hand it over to David Croft.
Good afternoon and welcome to Baku. This was the arena, if you think back to 2017, of one of the most eventful races of modern history, with controversy behind the safety car, last-second overtakes, and a historic podium for Williams and for Lance Stroll. So let's find out what lies in store for us this year. It's time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Baku City Circuit then, an unpredictable 3.7-mile track around the streets of the Azerbaijan capital. 20 turns for our drivers to navigate today, including the infamous Turn 8, one of the tightest and most challenging corners of the season. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Let's talk about Haas. We have a number of changes to the aerodynamic regulations this year, and the signs haven't looked good for them so far in terms of getting to grips with those changes.
There are a few downcast looks within the team this weekend. I think they've been hit fairly hard by the new regs. But this is only the first step down a long road of development, and even if they don't maximise their points today, there are plenty more up for grabs this season.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Joker lines up on pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel and Ricciardo, Leclerc, Raikkonen, Verstappen and Marcus Ericsson, Sainz, Grosjean, Nico Hülkenberg and Alonso, Magnussen, Stroll, Sergei Sirotkin and Pierre Gasly. Hartley and Stoffel van Dorn completes the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So here we are, sat on the grid of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Yeah, Bottas is running out qualify Hamilton, which Mercedes probably aren't happy about, but it is what it is. And yeah, hopefully we can get a good start. Perez is on our left-hand side. He is on the faster tyre, so it might be a little bit of a struggle to keep the Mexican behind us there, but hopefully he does. If we can keep it behind us, we just need to break away from DRS. Otherwise, that start-finish straight is going to be lethal. That is going to be when the main, all the overtakes going to come there, more than likely, at least anyway. That's what I feel. Or down this straight that we're watching now, technically the first DRS zone of the lap. The car section definitely is not going to be an overtaking place, so we can finally fit a bus through there. And let alone two F1 cars side by side, but it is what it is. But we're going to line up on the grid in pole position for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Turn 1's not too far away, so hopefully we can keep Perez behind us. But as we sit on the grid, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights out of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go, and we've had an awful start. Being mugged off the start by Bottas, by Perez, but we've gone round the outside of Perez, up the inside of Bottas, and we've managed to keep P1 going into turn 2 there. So we had a bad start, but the AI had an awful turn 1 there. Not sure what was going on there, but this is what I mean. The back straight, the start-finish straight. Look at that, slipstream OP. They get a better exit than me just because they have those ultra softs and I'm on the super softs. But we do manage to get back in the slipstream if they overtake us fast. So we're going to go back up the inside of our teammate and back into P1. But this is slowing us both up. So mentally I should have let them just go. But the opportunities kept arising because the AI was so slow. They'd get past me here, right? I'd get back in the slipstream and be able to go for the move once again. So yeah, it is what it is. But Bottas is now going around our outside, I think. Perez has a massive lockup. Might give Bottas a chance of overtaking him, but nope, a lap later, with DRS this time, Perez is just going to fly by. And, I mean, he's on the ultra soft tyres, so he's not going to go that far into the race. Probably about 6 or 7 laps. so maybe we should probably let him go. I think this is what I'm going to do here. Yeah, we went around the outside instead of the inside this time. But we're going to go up the inside into turn 2. Why am I fighting? We're on different strategies. I should just let him go. Yeah, I'm not really thinking here. This is a really good strong track for the AI as well. I'm not sure why the AI is so good around this track. It's like Bahrain really. But apart from that, there's not really any other tracks apart from the middle sector of Germany. The AI are a lot better than me. Yeah, that Germany middle sector is fucking weird. But Charles Leclerc's now out of the Grand Prix as we set a purple first sector. We're still up in the P1 though, even though as you saw we have a little bit of battle. A couple of battles with Perez there. He's nearly coming in for his turn to pit as we have a really big tank slapper out the exit of that corner. Nearly, well, we managed to correct it. Perez has got another run on us though on lap 8, but he's coming to the pit as he's yellow flagged anyway, so he won't be able to overtake us. But he's into the pits for his first pit stop. A lap later though, we're coming in for our pit stop, even though we're a tyre harder than him. We only managed to last 2 laps faster, but this is Perez actually coming down the start finish straight now, and he's gonna overtake us. There you are, we can see him in the pit lane. Where are we gonna come out compared to our teammate? Our teammate's now in turn 1, turn 2 I mean, and we're just coming out of the pits. So yeah, we got a big mission to catch up to Perez, as well as overtaking him. But he has got one more pit stop, I'm pretty sure, over us. Actually no, he's gone on the soft tyres because I just done on the old soft tyres. Why did I not? I know, you never know about these tracks. I don't really like. I just go for the medium tyres and quality, whatever the track really. I know it's a bit. I'm probably a bit stupid sometimes, but hey ho. But we've got a new battle on our hands, and that battle is with Hamilton, who's on the super soft tyres, so he's definitely gonna have to stop again. He's definitely done 2 stop at least. But yeah, we're fighting through the first couple of corners. It's good racing. He squeezed us a little bit, but we're gonna have the DRS down this back straight, and we've managed to. We're gonna go round these outside. Could be a really risky move, but if it pays off, it will be a very good move. But yeah, there we are. Back up into P2, and lap 12. Roman Grosjean retires in real life because he binned it in the wall and retired on the game. But yeah, unfortunately, that is it. This is Perez now winning the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and yeah, like China, pretty dull race. That's the problem with having like such a good car. But we're going to go home for P2. I sound a bit down because of that, but I mean, we could have won the race if we started on the ultra soft tyres. I feel strategy didn't really help us there. If I knew I could start on the ultra soft tyres, I probably would have, but well, I definitely would have, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, with having such a dominant car, it means there's less racing really, unless I'm racing my teammate. But I can tell you now, races to come, there's some pretty good racing. But going back to the podium, the team are happy. They got a Force India 1-2. Is that the first? I think that's the first World Force India 1-2 of the series. Correct me if I'm wrong, not like anyone watches these videos, but hey ho. Lewis Hamilton rounds off the top 3. So that is a Mercedes power unit in at least. 1, 2, 3. Well, podium really. I should have just said that. But yeah, that is fantastic for Mercedes. Really good race for Force India boys, getting maximum 43 points from this Grand Prix. It's not 2019, so there's no extra points for fastest lap, which is a bit unfortunate there, but hey ho, that will be on the well, that has to be on the game for 2019, and hopefully Codemasters can implement that pretty well. But yeah, really good result for the Force India boys. Lewis Hamilton come 3rd. Bottas, his teammate, was out at 13th. Wow. Danny Rick was 4th. Verstappen was 5th. And Charles Leclerc unfortunately DNF at the start of that Grand Prix after that fantastic result in China, I'm pretty sure it was. But Max was 5th, Kimi was 6th, K-Mag was 7th. Perez has now moved ahead of Danny Rick in the Drivers' Championship. Force India have now moved 23 points ahead, or Red Bull, after that dominant 1-2 there. Haas has moved ahead of McLaren as well, which is fantastic for them. Williams is still on no points, which is very unfortunate, but hey ho. It is what it is really, and yeah. But Sebastian Vettel was 8th, Carlos Sainz was 9th, and Fernando Alonso was 10th. So that's good for the 2 Spanish drivers, really getting some points in a race you didn't really think they would have. the car's not the fastest, but yeah, Claire's saying that I must be getting used to the podium. I mean, it is what it is. It's getting a bit predictable. Little sly comment there, being a bit showmanship. And she's also saying that we're surpassing all expectations. As on the rookie, this is my second season, don't forget. But the answer there helped the aerodynamics there. But and yeah, she's talking about how close me and Perez was. Rivalries are rivalries. They make us better drivers. And we also beat Perez in the what's it called? The driver battle thing, Bob. So yeah, we get some extra points for that. I think it's like 250 extra points for aerodynamic. I keep saying aerodynamic for resource points, so that is going to go towards the aerodynamics. That's why I keep saying aerodynamics, but it's not the right word. We're also going to get an extra, but I think we'll probably get about 4. Oh, we got 100 for 100 clean laps, percentage wise. Anyway, that's pretty good. We also got a team goal. Wow, this is going to be a massive amount of points. 1.1 thousand points, nearly 1.2, and that's actually going to help us and give us basically an automatic upgrade towards the major. So we're going to get both of those rear, both those aerodynamic major upgrades on the car. We've also got a new contract. We're going to go for what are we going to go for? We're going to go for first driver, hard team goal, 50% extra resource points, 3 upgrades per department, major and minor upgrade reduced by 1 a week. We're going to actually go with level 75 extra resource points, and the team's accepted that, even with 20% extra pit stops. So yeah, that's pretty good. Hopefully we can well, that's going to go from Spain anyway. That'll be on in effect. But yeah, we can already get another upgrade towards the car, and that's going to be the Halo upgrade for the major aerodynamics, and that's going to be 2 weeks, so that should be on the car by Monaco, as long as it doesn't fail. Well, both those major upgrades should be on the car for Monaco. So that's fantastic upgrading from us there. We completed the team goal as well, which we've got a new one for going into bloody Spain. I couldn't think of it, but we're slowly creating a bigger gap between us and the rest of the field. Still really good on wear for the engine, so we don't really have to use our second lot of parts there, really. The gearbox is getting very warm. We've only got 2 more races to go with it, though. Hopefully it can hold out. Hopefully we don't have any issues, but touch wood, we don't. But it is F1. Anything can happen. But if anything does happen, it's more than likely going to happen at Monaco, which is not really the worst place to get a gearbox failure, because it's going to be really hard to overtake there. So that is where hopefully it doesn't fail in quali. If that fails in quali, oh my god, our race is going to be difficult. But yeah, as you can see there, Perez is now leading the championship. We're slowly catching him up though, as we got a double podium, 2 podiums in a row. But anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. That was the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, first 1-2 for Force India. Next up is Spain, which should be pretty good for our car as well, but especially with those aerodynamic upgrades that are going on the car. But I've been CJ Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.